Welcome back to Sporting with Smitty. I am your host, Smitty, and boy, a big story, a big trade to report. Obviously, I know I'm a few days late, but here is my reaction after a few days of really thinking about it and thinking about the positives and negatives on it. And I will say this as a Celtics fan, I think we gave up too much. I definitely think we gave up too much. I didn't after seeing reports from a few days prior stating that the Celtics were not in the race, and this was coming from the Holliday camp, that the Celtics were not in the race due to the asking price being so steep. I guess Brad Stevens decided to make the decision. So let's take a look at it. So looking at the details of the trade so far, you're looking at Jrue Holliday being the really big centerpiece around this deal, heading to Boston from Portland after just days after the Damian Lillard trade was officially finalized. And this is where I really have questions about this deal. Mostly down in the middle of the deal. And I mean, Malcolm Brogdon, I had a feeling there have been reports and rumblings all around Boston stating that he wasn't really happy during the offseason. I guess some things must have happened to where his happiness levels have definitely gone down in Boston. I don't know why. I mean, if that's how he feels, that's how he feels. No, nothing wrong with that. I'm not going to judge the man for it. Now, looking at the Robert Williams part of the deal, the piece, that is where I'm just like, okay, this might be too much. That leaves us now. I mean, after the Wenyen Gabriel signing, that leaves us with Gabriel, Kristaps, and an Al Horford down low. So they're very thin down low right now in Boston, and that's where I really began to question the deal. The 2024 first round pick from Golden State, I really don't hold that really too high unless Golden State has uh, just a massive season that's hampered by injuries that makes them drop off into the lottery. But I doubt that will happen. And of course, the 2029 first round pick. I mean, you're not really it. I mean, that's 6 years away. You don't know what that pick is going to be like. You can only hope that as a team at that point, you are still in contention, and at least it will not hurt you that often. But overall, I'd say that the Celtics here might have given up too much. The Robert Williams piece is definitely where I would say I draw the line on this whole deal. Now, looking at what I think is going to be the projected starting lineups for this year for the Celtics, or at least on opening night. Obviously, in the backcourt, you have Jrue Holiday along with Derek White, which I'm looking at and I'm thinking, boy, this is going to be an exciting backcourt. I'm so excited to see how well they mesh together. And those two in the backcourt are definitely going to be just great defensively. It's going to be really rough to get by those two. And then in the front court, I'm looking at the two Jays, obviously, and then Kristaps at the five. And I definitely am looking forward to seeing the pick and roll and how well that goes with those three guys in the front court. It's just going to be an exciting thing to watch. Now, looking at how Jrue Holiday fits in everything, he honestly gives us that ideal point guard that we've really been needing for a very long time. With all due respect to Marcus Smart, how much we loved him, how much I loved him as a Celtics fan, I see that you weren't going to win at all with a point guard like that. Marcus Smart was very hot and cold, and obviously his antics, he wasn't going to get any of those really big kind of foul calls, I would say, that you usually see teams get in big playoff moments. Now, I'm not blaming referees for any losses in the postseason. That's a whole other thing. I'm just simply saying that you see it in the playoffs a lot with teams. Certain players are going to get certain calls. And Marcus Smart is not really a likable guy, let's be honest. The officials or the NBA, and even some Celtic fans, they're not really big on him and the way he acted. But looking at this, you're looking at a team that has an actual true point guard in Jrue Holiday. He's a guy that plays solid defense, even though I was a little down on him in the postseason after seeing what Jimmy Butler did to the Bucks, especially to Jrue Holiday, because he was supposed to be that real key piece in their defense to slow down Miami's offense. And obviously, that didn't happen. But then again, it's playoff Jimmy, and playoff Jimmy's going to do whatever the hell he wants, no matter what. At that point, you just got to pray that he misses. So, and looking at this, I'm very excited. I hope all you Celtic fans are excited. The one thing that I am questioning, though, that is making me nervous is the depth of the bench and really the lack of possible scoring ability coming from this bench here. And looking at the bench, off of the top of my head, I'm looking at Al Horford, who is getting up there in age. He's not a spring chicken anymore. He's getting up there in age and he's slowing down. And he's somewhat made it known, and also the rumblings around Boston, that he's not really looking to be around in the NBA much longer. After his contract is up, he's probably going to retire. Which, I mean, hey, that's his decision. Also, you're looking at O'Shea Brissett, who was acquired in the offseason. He previously played for the Indiana Pacers. He's more of a defensive guy. We just picked up recently Lamar Stevens, who is another one of those type of players. Obviously, Peyton Pritchard is still there. That he's probably going to be I would say, the point guard coming off of the bench to lead the bench on the court. We still have a solid bench scorer in Sam Hauser, even though, yes, I know I just said solid, but he is also another one of those hot and cold players. When he's on, but boy, when he's off, it is ugly. And then another guy, which I'm really excited to see, which I'm so absolutely happy that we got this guy, Jordan Walsh, in the draft. I would think he is going to be the steal of the draft. He just looked so good in the summer league. He was playing hard. He just had that intensity that, as a Celtic fan, and even a lot of the old school Celtic fans from back in the day, before the Pierce era, obviously, before my time, you saw that in a lot of those guys in those Celtic teams with Red Auerbach when he brought them in. And that's just Celtic basketball. It's awesome to see. It really is. So, but even with that, I'm still not sure about this bench. There's not really a legitimate scorer that's going to come in and put up points for you on the bench when, say, Jaylen Brown is in foul trouble. Or, say, Jason Tatum sprained his ankle one night and he's going to miss a few games. So, and obviously the defense is going to adjust towards Jaylen Brown. Really, if one of our guys in the lineup gets into foul trouble, I'm not sure. I'm really not sure. So that's going to be up to Brad to see what happens. And then again, who knows? Lamar Stevens might come in and he might put up 15 points a game. Same thing with O'Shea Brissett. You don't know. I mean, they obviously aren't guys who've gotten solid minutes in the past. I mean, O'Shea got 16 minutes a game. Really not much time to do anything, at least in that offense with Rick Carlisle and the Pacers. So you're not really sure. But that's really the one question, the big question mark I have for this team right now is that the bench. The bench needs to be built better. There needs to be something that happens later on down the road towards the trade deadline where Brad Stevens makes a deal. And if that means giving away some draft picks, hey, the owner, Wyc Grousbeck, has made it known that he doesn't care how much money it takes. He will put it down. He wants a title. He wants a banner, which you've got to love as a fan of any team. So that's what I think of this Celtics team so far. Tell me what you guys think. Don't forget to comment. Obviously, like the video. Definitely comment. I want to see what you guys think. Do you guys think that the Celtics got a good deal here? Do you think that giving all of that up was worth Jrue Holliday? I think, my opinion is, I think they gave up too much. I think Robert Williams was kind of like, hey, that's where it was really kind of it for me. I thought we gave up too much on that. But please tell me if I'm wrong. Tell me what you guys think. Obviously, I think this pushes more my point that I definitely believe that Portland is going to be in the play-in, and they're going to be fighting for some playoff positioning later in the season and maybe even upset some teams down the stretch. Portland looks like a really good, young, exciting team. Like I said when I was talking about the Damian Lillard trade, give them a watch. They got some good young players on that team. But tell me what you think about the Celtics end here. Do you think I'm correct on the bench issue? Do you think that they need more scorers on the wing? Or do you think that, hey, they're okay right now? Please let me know. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. More videos to come. Thanks for watching.